Mm, 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 mm. Alright. Hey guys, we're back again with another gameplay of Project Jojo. There's been a new update so far, as I noticed. There's been a Project Jojo arcade been added to the game. Well, I'm not gonna show a gameplay of that until yeah, not for this one. Like this one's gonna tell you how it works and all that. I'll show a gameplay of that right after it though. Probably up in a few days after I upload this video. Yeah, I don't know why my other light didn't load for some reason, but I'm not gonna mind that. Alright, yeah, so what you need to do in the arcade is go to the casino, where Dio spawns, and you can't obviously miss it. I mean, if you spawn here, you definitely cannot miss this. Like, you literally need to turn around from the spawn over there to see this. Not too hard to remember. Okay, next thing you should do is head for MOG right here. And once you click on them, you go straight to the arcade. So from what I know is, the arcade involves you be able to use any stand you want and spec and use it to kill others for worthiness and getting arrows that appear randomly from the sky with a purple aura around it. Thing is, it only goes near the person with the most kills, that's pretty much basically the one with the most worthiness. So yeah, I think yeah, so you die, you'll lose all your worthiness, and it probably gonna I'm not sure if it affects your kills or not, but it probably doesn't. But it's probably it definitely affects worthiness, but it's not gonna affect your kills probably. Oh yeah, you can't bring your own stand into the thing, so yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. But so basically, if you had like a spec, it won't add it. You won't be able to use it in the arcade. It will not allow any specs, pre-added specs on your stand to the thing. If you like use the same stand from the arcade, it's not gonna have the same specs that this has right here. Just the regular basic specs, you know, nothing much. Uh-oh. Oh. Where's that? No, I was not expecting someone to appear there. Okay. Oop. Guess I'm safe around here for now. Alright. Let's discuss about which stand spec is good, which ones aren't. So I'm gonna make this very quick. Vampire. Yeah, I won't rely on this one. Cars, the air slash. Fuels, one of the most reliable moves that you will most likely use to launch fuel off the edge with a kill count for it. None. This is common sense. No understand why it is honestly bad to have nothing in arcade. One move is wind armor is pretty much very overpowered and almost nothing could harm him when there's negative harm. One move when there's a wind armor around him is really not only nearly invisible but also invisible inside it. Technically, yeah, it's pretty much a pain to beat one users in an arcade with it. Especially when it has two attacks for one does constant damage and you can't be able to go near them. You keep near them, but it will force you away, and yeah, it will eventually die. Like after a few seconds, yeah, it happens a lot. Another attack which forces you off the edge if one users usually do that to you. Yeah, that's also another thing you worry about. So overall, it's pretty much a good spec to use against people. Like wedding is better as a team stand than stand by itself. I recommend pretty much team with someone who uses the ultimate life form cards. Yeah, it's pretty much overpowered with a person with a spec like that. Pretty overpowered. By itself, it's pretty much good against specific stands. Overall, it's pretty much good in most ways than bad. Spin it's not good without ball breaker. Even with ball breaker, I wouldn't consider it as I wouldn't really consider it as a reliable stand at all. It's decent in some ways, but it's mostly kind of bad compared to other stands here. As a present, as a defensive stand, yeah, I guess it works out. I guess you get working for that, but getting kills, nope, won't rely on it. So what? Good for keeping distance, but nope, I won't rely on it either. Experience pretty good. Slowing down pretty much most of the stands here. I don't worry about specific stands like overhead stands and touch at 4, but otherwise you're alright. Purple. Yeah, if you make it strategies with purple as like grabbing people and launching them off the edge of the map, yeah, it would be pretty much great for that. But otherwise, other than that, I'll rely on it for anything else. Stone Free pretty much useful for keeping opponents in one place. If you spam the same combo move with Stone Free, yeah, it will be able to do that no problem. The world is like the world for arcade is only useful with time stop. Well, time stop is it's gonna be kind of nearly useless when you think about it. Well, it usually depends on the stand you're trying to get, but overall it can be kind of useless without time stop. Pro Man, I already discussed about the cards and moments, so I'm gonna skip this one. Dive down, it depends on the skill of the user. So it's somewhat decent, but I don't rely on it either. Offering green, don't count on it. Pure Queen is mainly good with sheer heart attack. Problem is being able to use other move, the rest of your moveset, which you have to touch your opponent to use it, which is the hard part, but still pretty much keep save this away from you. So I won't count on those movesets other than sheer heart attack. So I'll say it's somewhat reliable in the middle. Hey, yeah, I don't rely on this in the long run. It's pretty hard to get kills with Hey, yeah. Considering that you move kind of slow compared to most times they can stand job and move really quickly and be able to fly or levitate and stuff. With, I mean, that's mainly this stuff. Yeah, those types of stands are hard to get with Osiris on counted. Ball breaker. Yeah, no, it doesn't stand, but overall, no, I won't rely on this that much. Say monster is pretty great for P versus B, especially when some of the dinos. Those things are great distractions and also knowing to kill. But you'll need OH stands or tucks at 4 to handle those dinos. Newest, if your strategy of controlling people to get kills is your way of doing things, and we gotta get my guess. But other than that, it is not that useful in other ways. Just red is good for keeping a safe distance, slowing opponents down. Yeah, once you have a good strategy when using resist red, it should be a pretty okay stand to use. Best girl, I won't rely on it. Cream, since you can hide as I mentioned, it's pretty much useful in that way. And also it kind of all targets the nearest opponent, similar to Highway Star. Yeah, I'll say this is a pretty decently great stand to use against people. Highway Star, well, it's good for all targeting people, but it takes a while for it to eventually kill people that you target with Highway Star. So it's around the middle of how useful it could be in arcade. That I can say. Crazy Diamond, I'm not really rely too much on this Crazy Diamonds. Moveset against people. So Chariot, pretty good against most stands. It's just some things like Going Spirits, OH stands, and Tucks and 4 is gonna be a kind of problem for Sir Chariot. Sir Chariot could possibly beat Tucks at 4 once you attack those type of users in the right timing. It's possible. But yeah, I'll say it's pretty useful in most ways than that. Shotgun, I never use it here, so I'm not sure if it's gonna be useful in arcade or not. But the best I'd say this is a maybe, but I won't really count it. Look in the room. This need to have aim for this. Be somewhat decently useful for you, but that's gonna be a problem. It's not easy aiming at this when using the bomb toss and all. Yeah, I'm gonna rely on this to get a lot of kills. The chance of you getting a lot of kills is only if you're lucky with the stand. The hand, I won't really rely on the hand that much. Cyber, the rock arm, pretty much one of the most useful moves it has. It can force people off the edge once people get hit by the rubber arm. It is unable to work on white wedding when using this housing armor move. So I mean, against a powerful close combat stand, it's pretty much very useless. And you have to be lucky to use Wrecking Arm to hit them away from you. Be safe from getting easily killed by them. So yeah, I won't rely too much on this one either. You will see pretty much useful for getting away, creating clones with Love Train, all of that. Yeah, it's very useful in those aspects. Just need to worry about touch at 4 or H stands, you know, and you should be fine. Chariot Premium, I would prefer using the regular Chariot than SCR. Sticky Fingers, pretty useful at removing people's limbs when defending yourself against them and getting kills decently okay and fast. Yeah, so I guess that's a type of stand to rely with in arcade. See, Harmon is somewhat decently good when it comes to its long range attacks that apparently all aims towards people and harms them. So I'll say it's decently good in that aspect. This spec has. These are awful. Rolling Stones is decently good against one person if you know how to use it really well, but not good against most people, but it's gonna have a hard time targeting which person to go nearby and damage them. It is this main limitation it has when you use it. Also, also you can't call it back to you, which is also another annoying thing that I don't know why it doesn't have that option. But, I don't know. Word report. Yeah, it's decently useful to use word report in arcade if you have good skill and aim with this. So you should be pretty right with this. Even though I don't use word report in arcade before, I might recommend you using it if you're good at getting kills with it. Or Purple Haze, I understand I don't use it before. I'm not sure if it's good or not, but I don't think I would rely on using it for kills. Rat, nope, definitely never rely on that. That's for sure. It's supposed to be pretty outstanding to use for kills. There's harmony. Yeah, it depends on your skill in using the stand. Once you go with just a harmony, you would be pretty alright. We rely on this for kills. Currently, Arden Yoopers is okay. It's decently okay in getting kills with this. Depends on the stand you're fighting against and how much skill you have at using it. Currently, Arden Yoopers. Royal Arden Yoopers. Yeah, it depends on the stand you're fighting against. It's useful against some stands, it's not useful against others. The World Over Heaven, pretty useful. You already know the reasons why anyways. Tux. Wait, I think I just saw someone flying nearby. I don't think they saw me. Okay, Tux Act 1 and 2. 1 and 3. Tux Act 1 through 3. It's not really much. Unless you're fighting against weaker stands, is pretty decently good against that, but for stronger stands, it's not really that good. Tux Act 4 is what you will most likely need if you prefer using Tux against people. Symphony of Destruction is good for keeping a good distance away from people that by using certain attacks that with hitting explosive mines that a Symphony of Destruction uses. Yeah, it's pretty clever stand to get kills with. Stockpile Prime. Good for keeping a good distance from sand users on the map. Oh boy, it's been a long day for me. Yeah, it's pretty much useful against players. Yeah, it just depends on the stand in general, which I'm trying to say. Over Heaven, yeah, it's pretty much around as useful as the World Over Heaven. Since its long range attack it has makes it pretty good, as it is supposed to. Made Heaven. It's good for sneaking on people with attacks, and Real Reset, which is very spammable sometimes, and easy to get away with it. time acceleration makes it much easier to use that. Yeah, it's pretty normal stand to deal with. And killing it is not gonna be easy without stands that can be able to stand jump or stands that can stick up or may having users. Also that, yeah, it's very bad getting kills really quickly. It does it slow and attacks around people at a time instead of specific people. So I won't rely too much on this in the long run. White Snake is like in the middle, from what I know, of how useful it is in arcade. Star Sprinkle Banner is pretty reliable stand to have. I don't recommend using this against specific stands. 6 Pistols is also around the middle. He has on this. Sorry about that. It depends on the aim you have for the stand. And as long as your aim is good, this stand should be easy to use against people in arcade. White Emblem is good for slowing down others, but not really that useful for getting kills. And I wouldn't rely on this either. It's not only that you can't see distinguish with the hormone spec. Oh boy, some may be long range and you have a hard time hitting those guys. The whole life form. Yeah, it's mainly useful with that air slash type since it's like has a larger hitbox than the normal car's air slash move it has. When you use it for people, and you can prevent yourself from being flung off the edge of the map unless you pull out the wings. You use the wing move for the open life from cars. Random, it may be annoying with time reverse, but it's not good at getting kills very easily. The Emperor, I don't rely on this, it's pretty garbage, to be honest. Blues, it depends on the skill of the user. It can be very useful to you if you use it very well and you know how to use it properly. Hard Fighter, and it's not really that much good at getting kills with this. It is only good with specific blessings you may earn with Hard Fighter. King Person is good in some ways and not good in other ways, so I'm going to keep that in the middle for now. Echoes at 2 and 3 makes it very overpowered. That I can say for sure. As long as you know, as long as you're after using Echoes, yeah, it's going to be pretty easy to use. Specific stand users. Seeming, yeah, it can easily force people off the edge with that one move, which people spam to get kills. The Sun, and it depends on the stand you find against the Sun, but otherwise it's not very reliable. Aerosmith, and not reliable as you may think, especially when against the overpowered long range stands. Void to Man, yeah, that thing could easily force you off the edge, no problem. Once it gets contact with you, it will force you off the edge. And yeah, you can watch your back. Get to Void to Man, you don't want to get too close to that. And somehow people with Void to Man can easily catch up to you faster than you think. Somehow. However, this is good at like keeping long range distance, like keeping mid range distance from people, but not reliable stand for getting kills. For Kiss, it's kind of iffy on how useful this thing could potentially be, but I don't really use this thing much, but I'm not sure if it's that useful. So I'm gonna say Yeah, the best I can give for this one to me, but otherwise I want serious reliable. Rumble, somewhat reliable in this case. This is the best understanding you're using against Stop Pounding the World. Yeah, same snare as the world, the original one. It's only good with time stop in arcade. And while time stop is, this stand is completely trash, way worse than the world, which anyone can agree with here. Heaven's Door. Yeah, it's good for P versus P. And then on a 1v1 fight, not against multiple people at once, that's to let you know. So yeah, that's pretty much everything for now. Yeah, reasons why this upload didn't came out earlier than expected, but you know, I usually play Blox Piece a lot. And I was getting prepared for that new fruit that's gonna be added to the Blox Piece game, which I'm excited for. Hopefully it's gonna be worth the wait, and it's gonna be a pretty interesting one. I'm not sure which fruit fruit's gonna be, but I can't wait. And there's a new dope fruit spawns I gotta worry about when I continue playing later. So yeah. So anyways, I guess that's pretty much it for now. If you want me to show some gameplays of Blox Piece, tell me that in the description down below. And also, if you do want me to show gameplays, actual gameplays of Project Jojo Arcade, yeah, I'm like maybe for that one, but if it's for you guys, then sure, I might show some gameplays of Project Jojo Arcade. So yeah, tell me if you want to see good gameplays like that for Project Jojo Arcade. Tell me that in the description down below too. So anyways, I'll be going now. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.